This is the best way to play GTA 4 17 years later, with visuals so good you'd swear it was an actual remake, and you don't even need an RTX 5090 for it. I'll walk you through everything step by step, and if you follow along from start to finish, you'll avoid the issues and mistakes a lot of people often experience. So first, if you don't already own the game, to ensure this does go smoothly, purchase GTA 4 the complete edition for as little as $9 or £6. This is the version I'm personally using, and it will save potential headaches. And I have no idea if this even works with a cracked version, so I will leave a link down below where you can grab it super cheap. Now that you either own the Rockstar or Steam version of the game, we can now continue. So if you already have the game installed, it's vital you delete the contents of the GTA 4 folder. We need a 100% clean install. So just delete everything like so, and then head over to Rockstar Launcher or Steam and just reinstall the game. And it doesn't take that long because it's quite a small game. And once you've done this, do not play it just yet. This next step is absolutely vital, and it's one of several reasons why a lot of people struggle to install this mod. Once GTA 4 has been installed again, make sure it's not installed to your program files or program files x86, because for whatever reason, if it is, it can cause some strange issues. So instead, make a folder named GTA 4 somewhere else that is not in these folders. Then copy and paste the contents of the GTA 4 folder over, like so. Now, there is another absolutely vital step that even messed things up for me when testing this. You have to completely disable your antivirus. And most of you will probably just have Windows Defender, so just load that up and disable every single little setting. Why? It's very common for mods to be flagged as viruses, which then prevents them from being installed. And if you don't believe me on this, you can research this for yourself. And you don't need to worry about this being a virus. You can turn your antivirus back on again after everything is installed. So triple check that your antivirus is completely disabled before moving on. Otherwise, it will absolutely mess this up. It literally did for me. Next, head into the video description and download GTA 4 Downgrader. Now, for whatever reason, the latest version of this is completely dogshit and it doesn't work. So I will be leaving a link below to the older fully working version 1.7. So once this is downloaded, make a folder on your desktop called Downgrader and drag the contents of the download to this folder. Now right click Downgrader and run this as admin. Make sure you do this or it will not work. And make sure you do click no to this option or it's going to absolutely balls it up. Click next and now it will ask you to locate GTA4.exe. So click browse and just find where you installed the game to and select GTA4.exe and then click next. And as long as you followed my steps exactly so far, you can ignore this message, as it's impossible for your game to already contain mods. So click next. Make sure you select this version of GTA 4 and click next. This part is pretty much personal preference, but I would recommend selecting Simple Traffic Loader, Xlive, Z Menu. This is a very handy trainer I will show you later on, and this patch, and also tick this box as well, and click next again. And you can create a backup if you want to, but for me there is no need, so I'm just going to click downgrade. Now we just need to wait for this to finish, and it doesn't really take that long. And once it's done, it will now show you how to transfer your current game saves to the downgraded version. And this can be a real pain, so instead I'm going to give you a 100% completed save, and I'm going to show you how to install this in just a moment. Make sure you now select the recommended command line and then select next again, and that is your game downgraded successfully. Now we can move on to the next step. However, when you play the game, always run it from the file playgta4.exe. Never run it normally like you did before. Make sure to remember this or the downgraded version will not work. And I would also recommend just clicking play GTA4.exe to ensure the game does work before moving on. Just boot it up and play a tiny bit of the first mission and then you can move on to the next step. So now head into the video description and the first thing you need is ENB. Download it as follows by clicking this absolutely puny to shit icon, and once it's now downloaded, find where your GTA 4 is located and you want to drag the contents of the wrapper version into where your GTA 4 is. And once you've done that, we can now head into the video description again and download iCEnhancer 4.0. And once this is downloaded, you want to open it up and simply drag the contents of this into your GTA 4 folder. Now find where command-line.txt is in your GTA 4 folder and drag this onto your desktop. Open this with Notepad and copy the following line of code from the video description. And once you've pasted that in, click File and Save. And then drag this back into your GTA 4 folder and select Replace. Next, find the folder named Saves, and you can find this in your GTA 4 folder once again. Head into the video description and download the 100% completed save. Simply drag this into your saves folder, and we are almost there. Just a few more important steps left. Click play GTA4.exe to now run the game. And once you get to the main menu, you should now notice the ENB and iCEnhancer logo. When you select start, you should also notice that your game is now loading into a completed save. And once you're in the game, depending on your PC build, here is how I would adjust your settings. For most, with average to semi-decent builds, these are the settings I would personally recommend. And if your game does start to struggle a bit, turning down the texture detail and view distance would be a start. I would also recommend making sure your game is set to either 60Hz or 120Hz under video mode, as anything above can sometimes result in some weird visual bugs. And if you go left to display, you'll also now notice these new sliders, and this is pretty much personal preference, and you can adjust these however you like. And once in-game, if you press F7 on your keyboard, this will open up the trainer, and you can just use the numpad keys to go up and down and enter to select. And on your controller, you can open this by clicking LB and B together. This trainer is great for setting different weather and time to get the absolute most out of this mod, but it also has endless other features I'm sure you'll have fun with. And pressing Shift and Enter at the same time will also open up the ENB UI, and here you can turn on flares, bloom, and various other visual effects. And again, these are all personal preference, so just tinker with them if you want. And there you go. I really hope you enjoyed this mod, and it did take a while to put this together, so liking the video and subscribing would really mean a lot. And comment down below if you have any questions or issues, either myself or someone else will try and give you a hand. And let me know what you think of this mod in the comments. And to find out how to transform Cyberpunk into an almost photorealistic experience, I also made a full guide on how to do that too. So just click the video on screen to check that out. It is pretty insane. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.